Final Fantasy VII: The First Soldier review, not mobile play friendly. So there's so this article is good in that it tells you, some of the things that are good or bad with the game. But there's a really good video on YouTube about it. Actually, we can pull it up real quick so you guys can see. It's
You don't want when this kind of like what's it called? Don't you get
we're
copyright
not gonna play
stricken?
it. I just want people to see it.
Okay,
Because it's a good video. This guy, Nerd
gotcha.
Knight, Final
Cool.
Fantasy VII: The First Soldier beta, an honest review, the good, the bad. So this is really good. Go watch this video. He'll give you a good breakdown. But as far as this article goes, I'm just gonna read this one part right here. Um, the most frustrating aspects of Final Fantasy VII: The First Soldier is the mobile gameplay interface. During a lengthy tutorial, players are taught how to use melee weapons, materia, and firearms in physical movements, all of which require a touch-enabled selection on the screen. For those playing on a standard mobile device like a phone, the screen becomes cluttered with controls. Once in the designated combat area, which is very similar to Fortnite's slowly shrinking maps, toggling between the needed weapons, items, and materia is not only frustrating, but can be deadly in game with a second's hesitation while navigating the interface, leading to a potential knockout. That's most games. The control issues are made worse by Final Fantasy VII's signature detailed graphics. The limited dimensions of standard mobile devices make the realistic details and terrain hard to view. Monsters and enemy players can easily be hidden by the interface buttons or be
Yikes.
indiscernible at a distance, creating issues both for aiming guns and stealthy attacks. Additionally, the fully rotatable camera is hard to spin and focus when being attacked, leaving players to shoot blindly at attackers instead of using any strategies that could be present with the provided gear and classes. So, uh, the video that I saw, the guy was like, the game has potential. It can be fun, and they actually do a unique thing with the battle royale, making it more Final Fantasy, especially with the use of materia, right? So there's different materia you can use
Mm.
in the game that help you win fights. But he brought up that some people, when they play mobile games, they plug in a Bluetooth controller, or I guess you can't
Okay.
plug it in, but
Yeah, I mean, like I'm able to connect my PS4
yeah.
controller to my
So
phone.
that's a preferred way of a lot of people to play these more complicated mobile games, especially one where you have to move around and shoot.
Yeah,
the
I'm looking at Castlevania.
The problem is that the controls don't work with this game. So
So it doesn't even have the capability of using
you can,
a
but there's
physical
no way
controller.
to use materia and other options in the game on the controller. So the
Damn.
game
Okay.
literally will not function properly right now in its current state using a Bluetooth controller. So you kind of have to use the touchscreen. Um, so that being said, the guy brings up a good point. We When we discuss mobile games, we say, "Oh, it's a mobile game. This is good for a mobile game. This is okay for a mobile game." But what he's bringing up is that we should look at it more as just a game and not excuse the platform it's on. Right? And his case is that this game should be on PC and consoles. It should not be on yes, you could put it on a cell phone too, but he believes this game would actually thrive on PCs and consoles. It could actually be a good game where you have high quality controls, better movement options, and you could bump up the graphics a little bit, right? And I
Yes.
agree. Watching the video, the game looks like it could be fun, actually. But the thought of me having a phone with all these like touch screen controls, just kind of like cluttering the screen, and you barely being able to see anything, immediately turns me off, and I don't even want to touch it.
I mean, it's definitely the author's fault. They should have been using a tablet.
You can use a tablet. I know, but
That was a joke.
most people are going to be on their phone. I would say. Um,
No, of
but
course.
yeah, what do you think? Do you think we should stop like looking at games as just mobile games and just kind of judging them for what they are? You know, or do you think we're not there yet?
Uh, I really don't think we're there yet. There is such a divide between what gets released on
Hmm.
mobile in terms of games and what gets released on consoles that expectations in
Hmm.
general are completely different. So, and not just that, but the pricing structure is so different. I mean, you're
Yeah,
getting this
yeah,
game for free, right? And then you pay in by buying. It's a gotcha game, so you pay in by buying whatever fake currency they have attached to the game to get
yes.
in-game items. So, in that regard, that kind of system, aside from maybe Genshin Impact, I don't see it being really prolific in the console game space. Uh, Yeah. No,
There's
I mean, we expect differently from mobile games, and we get differently, and they're priced differently. Um, and that's why mobile games are the way they are, and that's why we speak of them that way. Now, when we get a release like Knights of the Old Republic on mobile or Grand Theft Auto on mobile, and we're playing console games on mobile, even in terms of gameplay, we expect it to not even work well. Like when I spoke of Castlevania, I really meant it. Like I bought Castlevania, Symphony of the Night when it first released on mobile because I was like, I'm super hype. I can have
yeah,
this on the go. But my expectation was, but the controls are gonna freaking
yeah,
suck
yeah,
on touchpad, and they do. It is unplayable. The only saving grace is that I can go ahead and attach a PS4 Bluetooth to it, and then in that case, I'm like, I'm not going to be rolling around with my
a
phone and
controller.
a hard controller.
Yeah,
You know, that defeats the
it
purpose
does. It
completely.
totally does.
So in specific to this game, I could say that it is poorly
Yes.
optimized for mobile. Uh, and if this person sees this game as having an opportunity on consoles and PCs, then I'm all for it. When this was first unveiled or revealed, the Final Fantasy games that were coming to mobile, I was like,
Yeah,
nope, I'm not gonna touch them. I'm not gonna touch them because I don't want to play a
yeah,
mobile gotcha game. Now, if they brought this gotcha game to consoles, would I play it? I'd probably give it a shot.
yeah,
I'd give it a try,
yeah,
and then take it from there.
yeah. I know. I totally agree with your assessment. But I also agree with the guy that there's at some point there's going to be a time where we just have to judge mobile games as games. You know what I mean? But yeah, we're probably not there yet. There is a big disparity with the types of
Yeah.
games. But this
Like I don't know how many Fortnite players, how many top tier Fortnite players strictly only play on mobile.
probably zero. Probably zero. I think they might play on mobile for fun if they're just traveling around. Yeah.
For funsies,
But
exactly.
yeah, it's just not the same. But yeah, um, yeah, it's one of those things where it kind of went the way we thought it would go. You know, like it'll be fun for a day or
Exactly.
two, and then you're just gonna get really frustrated at the controls, and you're gonna quit. Or you're gonna
Pretty
enjoy
much.
it, but then you're gonna get frustrated at the gotcha mechanics, and you're gonna quit.